This is where we're going to spend the next 12 hours. The wind's not really right. I'm going to spray my pH down really good with some TI4. It's cold. It's really cold. We've got a stiff north wind. We've seen 2 bucks so far this morning. Them zebras are coming in. That's definitely a shooter. Here he's coming. He's coming.
Scent Blocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. Scent Blocker, the advantage of intelligence. Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Browning, the best there is. Cuddyback, designed in the USA with quarter-second trigger speed. And Tree Spider, the new world of tree stand safety.
Probably guessed by now, we're headed back to South Africa. Bob just can't get enough of this place. And he's got a most wanted that always seems to stay just out of range. Plus, we're kicking it stateside with Scott as he hunts some Illinois hardwoods during gun season. This little farm in west central Illinois has been our perennial home base for hunting big whitetails. But like most of the Midwest, the past few years have been hard on our local deer population.
Most guns, when you open a gun, it cocks. Then when you close it, the whole time it's in storage, the spring is under tension. Here, that spring's completely relaxed. It's not until you push this forward, there's tension on that, you cock it. That's really cool. That's a cool idea. Very nice. Well done.
When Scott arrived for gun season, we had some good news from the Cuddybacks. For the past few years, we've been following this one buck that always seems to hang out on the schoolhouse bluff. But this last year, he disappeared. We didn't know if he had succumbed to EHD or was run off by a bigger buck. But right before gun season, he started showing up on our Cuddybacks across the valley. Seemed he was making the triple stand his new home.
We're in Illinois for the last shotgun season, and it's gotten cold here. 25 degrees right now, and the temperature going down overnight, so it's really good for us for hunting. It's the first time we've had cold weather here in Illinois for a long time. We're sitting on top of a ridge. As you can see, it's cloudy, overcast. It's an evening, afternoon hunt. It's 2 o'clock now. We've got about 3.5 hours till dark. Back here is bedding and Lake Sanctuary, a remote area. Down in the valley is agriculture, pick cornfields, and lots of deer in them at night. Of course, we're in Illinois, so you can see anything. A big deer can show up at any time, so we're excited about the next 3.5 days.
Well, that's not the way you want to start your hunt. You can find lots more stuff about the show on our Facebook page, and you can follow us on Twitter at Most Wanted TV.
Scent Blocker Most Wanted is brought to you by Mathews Solo Cam, catch us if you can, and Rage, leading the evolution in lethal technology.
This is where we're going to spend the next 12 hours. You know, the wind's not really right. The wind's kind of coming this way and going out to where the animals are. But I put all new fresh heat activated the new Trinity on today. I'm going to spray my pH down really good with some TI4, and we'll see what happens.
For the past 10 years, each time Bob has traveled to South Africa, his most wanted was a zebra. Just last year, he got that zebra, and he used his Browning X-Bolt to get the job done.
Well, a lot of walking and stalking had gone on that day, and it was getting late afternoon, and we came around just a flat spot and looked out and off at a distance. Here's, I don't know, there was 15, maybe 20 zebras in a herd, so I was pretty pumped up to see exactly where they was, pretty flat terrain, but knew that there was no way three of us could ever get close enough to get a good video and a shot. Aubrey says, we got to get out of here. We got to circle all the way back up around. And there's some little dunes up there, and he said, I think if we can get ahead of them, we can maybe get a shot. Well, we got into an area that Aubrey thought that there was a good chance that we had got ahead of them, but you never know. They move pretty quick, so sometimes when you think you're ahead of them, you're already behind them. But you know, we come around this pretty good sized bush and had a little bit of a drop, and right in front of me, 100 yards, I see a zebra. And what I start realizing, not one zebra, not two zebras, there was 3 or 4 of them in there, and I could see a few more. So we had cut this herd and got in front of them. And what I realized, this one was a mature animal and half again bigger than the rest. But I knew he was gonna bolt out of there at any time, and I definitely wasn't gonna shoot him running. Well, the good news, he turned, he bolted, he went like out of the shadows, right out in the sun, stops, broadside. That is what I've been looking for. This is absolutely one of the most beautiful animals that I've ever taken.
But taking a zebra with his Mathews has eluded Bob for all these years. This blind may be his salvation. Over the past 2 evenings, the cuttybacks have been picking up a rare sight. Zebra coming to water right before sundown.
Here again, it's the Illinois shotgun season. We have about 3 hours till dark. We're hoping to find deer coming out of the bedding area, coming past us like last night, going down over. So it's cold, the wind's blowing out of the north, 15, 20 miles an hour. Even though this is second shotgun season, I'm shooting a muzzleloader. And I have a muzzleloader tag for next weekend as well. So I'm shooting the new LHR muzzleloader, and it's got some really cool, innovative features. Removable breech plug and nipple that comes right out, easy to clean. It's got a really cool, innovative cocking safety system, which I really like. And boy, when I sight it in, that thing is accurate. So If I get a big deer in my crosshairs and I don't get him, it's not the gun's fault, that's for sure. I may blame it on shivering from the cold, but the gun's awesome.
This segment of Scent Blocker Most Wanted has been brought to you by Premier Farm Realty Group. Own a slice of America's heartland. Scent Blocker Most Wanted is brought to you by the Whitetail Institute of North America. Deer nutrition is all we do. And S4 Gear, meeting the demands of nature and those who tame it.
Hi, I'm Larry Woodward from Scent Blockers Most Wanted, and I want to tell you about the revolutionary IQ bow sight. IQ has come up with a bow sight that will increase your effective bow range by 20 yards, guaranteed. This guarantee is thanks to the revolutionary retina lock alignment technology. All you have to do is center the dot for the perfect shot. Without retina lock, people have the tendency to torque their bow left or right. You don't have to guess anymore with IQ. This technology also stores light in the pins and retina lock. There is no need for batteries either. This sight comes with 4-axis adjustability so you can dial it in as you need. This equipment will not only help you see the alignment, but you will feel it as you achieve perfect form with every shot. Make sure you're perfectly aligned with the IQ. Just remember, center the dot for the perfect shot.
We just seen go across the back some zebras.
All of them virtual zebra.
Male, female. You're gonna have to help me out.
We'll have to see when they're a bit closer if we can see male, female. The first one's definitely male.
I usually don't get shot, but I've been wanting a zebra so bad, and I finally got my most wanted zebra 3 days ago, but it's just an opportunity if I can get a shot with a bow. Them zebras are coming in.
Okay, we're gonna wait. Let them come a bit closer, just a little bit closer.
Man, they're 30 yards, they're right here.
All right.
No.
The one away from the woods, the one that's gone away farther. The others are looking left, that one's looking right. Okay. The one on the right.
it was kind of quartering away just a little bit, so that I shot this to the left of that triangle, trying to go up that way. But man, immediately there was a big blood spot.
It's a bit back because of the angle, but it's perfect. The angle is perfect.
To take an animal like this with a bow, they are one tough animal. And this guy probably went, I'm gonna say probably 300 yards, but what a beautiful, beautiful animal. Never thought I'd get the opportunity to shoot one with a bow. Never had one come into a water hole.
Scent Blocker Most Wanted has been brought to you by IQ, center the dot for the perfect shot. Block, history's toughest target. And Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe. Scent Blocker Most Wanted has been brought to you by Winchester Rifles and Shotguns. Trust your hunt to a Winchester. Mission Archery. Ford and your quality Ford dealers. The Redemption Muzzleloader from LHR Sporting Arms, made for a lifetime, not for a season. And Gilbreth's Taxidermy, the official taxidermist of Scent Blocker Most Wanted.
That's awesome.
Isn't that something? That's a nice big deer.
That's a nice deer.
Yeah,
That's a really good deer. Best part
he's laying there dead.
is the road's there.
Yeah,
He's there.
And then we'll wheelers down here. I think we can connect those
Wait,
dots.
hold on. Did I miss something? Okay, back that up and let's start again.
There's a deer out there. Way out. There's a deer coming this way. Scott. That's a buck. It's a buck. I can't see it, but I can tell it's a buck. It's moving. He's coming this way. He's there, same thing. He's behind a bunch of trees, but he's coming this way. It's a buck for sure. He might be a shooter. He comes up here. I wasn't sure before that. Okay, we're gonna shoot before he gets into us. He's really being careful. I'm gonna show you when he comes in right there, okay? Okay. Okay, you want him? You want him? Yeah. That's the old muzzleloader, the new LHR. I'm gonna tell you what, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We just got in here. We were setting up. I don't even have my clothes on. I didn't even get all my clothes on. I looked out and I saw something moving. I could tell by the way the deer was moving. He was way out in the woods. could tell it was a buck. Boy, isn't that the way timing is? We sat here and we froze. And finally this buck comes. He rewards us being in the stand 5 minutes. We just got in the stand, I saw him coming. That's the deer from the other night. That's the deer from the first night. That's what it is. That's the deer right there from the first night. And he came out the exact same place. Yeah, the first night we were here, almost dark, a deer came out there and stood right there, and we were skylined in the dark, and you could see his head go up. He snorted and blew and took off. We haven't seen him since. 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the last day of the season, here he is. He's the kind I like. No blood trail, no waiting. You just see him laying there and you go get him. How about it? Very neat. Very cool. This is what we were waiting on, you know, a nice mature buck here in Illinois. Cold, muzzleloader hunt just like it's supposed to be. And finally, after all these days of cold in the stand, to finally shoot a nice buck. He's got a little extra point here and he has one broke there. What a nice deer. Boy, I'm happy. All right, we got to get our tag on him, get the wheeler, and get him back down to camp. Bob and Larry will be tickled. This is nice, really nice. I'm Scott Schultz for Scent Blocker Most Wanted. Happy afternoon here in Southern Illinois. Muzzleloader season, another successful tag to fill out.